Hot spring.
Hello.
Hot spring. Hot spring. Hot
Hello.
spring episode. Celebrate 50 with hot spring.
Hello.
Hot spring. Hot spring.
Hot spring.
How's everyone doing?
Hot spring.
Hot spring.
Do you deserve a hot spring?
Oh, a mud cleanse.
Mud cleanse episode?
Part of the hot spring episode.
Welcome. Episode 50.
Hi, stream.
D&D.
Cucumbers on
Hi, stream.
ice.
Oh, yeah.
Lavender.
A salon. Lavender?
Lavender Dreamtime.
Warm towel.
Did someone say Lavender Dreamtime tea?
Wrap old lady in towel, please.
What?
Yes. Oh my
What?
god, girl time.
Let's turn on some.
If Susan goes swimming, we will find out if rock ladies have nipples.
Anyways, I'm turning on music.
Wait a minute.
Jessie, I'm
Are those
using them.
nice? Oh my god, good
Using
luck.
them.
If they're cursed, switch back.
Will do.
Hopefully they should be good ones.
I should really go find mine, to be honest.
You have other dice though too, and you usually choose to use the thingy. so.
Yeah, I do.
You
Ben
don't
just
have
got
to use it, you
gifted
have to.
gifted some dice.
Oh wait, I actually have to go get those. The lady! She's still in her purse. I'll be right back.
Oh, valid.
But yeah, look at us. Look at us. God, look at him standing there. He looks like when it's 3 a.m. and you have
Ma, I
to.
shit the bed.
Ma, I flew up. Mom, I flew up.
And there he go.
There he goes. So last time, a lot of stuff happened. We had some stuff happen with Bazaar Czar.
Oh god.
That was pretty bizarre.
Bizarre.
Omar get wrapped up into Bazaar Czar's realm. Bazaar Czar then going, hey, I'm the demon that's been chasing you. You stole my shit a while ago through drawing those cards. I fucking hate you. And in doing so, Omar now has a debt to pay with Bazaar Czar. After that, you guys sailed off into the Wildlands, the mysterious land on it's a semi-continent off the west coast of
Oh, you forgot also
Eastland.
in that Susan
Oh.
got her last bottle of wine destroyed. Isn't she out
How's
of
it
wine
gone?
completely now?
Yeah.
Thanks, Omar.
No, in that I did have it. I did have the last one because it
No,
was
no, but-
it was
It was
yoinked and then
right
I
in your
like
pocket. Oh, did you drink it? Right
no
now?
he
okay.
got it back, but it was the
Oh,
same one I
okay.
had and then I drank it. But yes, I am indeed out of wine.
We love that.
Love that.
So, with that, you guys sailed off into the Wildlands, again, sort of semi-continent off the west coast of Southland. Sort of in the watery territories of the three main sub-nations inside Southland right now. So, USE, the Feylands, and then also the New Northland Empire. It is a ravaged land that not a lot of people go to because most people die. But landing on the land, on the Wildlands, you guys immediately came in contact with other Susans. Other Susans still encased in her rocky form, writing on scribbled notepads to speak. Going through the trails, you also notice these weird mechanical objects with strange lenses on them, most likely spying on you somehow. Technology way, way advanced for Southland. All throughout this island, especially near the center, where you guys take the first time you guys have seen an actual train, and you guys took a train over into the professor's lab. After that, you enter a room, and you see the professor there on a table, working on another Susan, and that is where we're going to pick up.
And that Susan was filled with blue, right?
Yes, the Susan seems to have is filled with blue gems instead of the normal amethyst color that our Susan is filled with. But there he is. He's just chilling. He's just sitting on the table. He's a very small man. He is a gnome, about 2 feet tall, hair just going to the bush wilds. There's a good reference picture in the Discord. And he is on this sort of like weird chair contraption that it's like extended up like a grabber arm almost. And he's like on this large medical table, and he's just like slowly just like fixing and like examining the blue areas. And we're gonna roll it back a little bit, so the professor has not seen you guys come in yet.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll. It's just rolling it back like a minute or two. So there he is on the table. Hasn't noticed you yet. The other Susan is going to just gently knock on some nearby. It looks like just some kind of like iron, like almost like door chime or like door knocker. Sort of to be like, hey, I'm in the room. And you see the Susan knocks like in a very specific way, as almost to tell like, hey, this is this Susan coming in. I brought some guests. And the professor goes, you see him go, yes. Just come over here, all of you, whatever. Come over here.
We come over there.
You walk over to the table, and again, if there was like an off mode for Susans, this was what this one would be in. You do see it looks like it had a lot of battle damage fighting something. A lot of like puncture marks and sort of gemstones is kind of scattered about. He immediately like lowers down to about like 4 feet tall, him in this chair, and he kind of like scoots it with some levers. It's all mechanical. Hello! You! I thought you were dead. Oh well. Hello! What are you doing here?
Granny looks at Susan.
Well, I guess we're here for a number of reasons. To be honest, I'm surprised you're here. How long have you been back, Professor?
Oh, I've been back probably since around the beginning of the year.
Well, a lot has changed, I see.
Yes, I'm finally back from my journeys.
So many.
By the
new
way,
and-
a quick pause. You're talking now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's going on with that?
Oh, well, I guess. Your little Project Geodon, was it?
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
sorry
that's
if
right.
you
I
thought-
created. Of course, I know the name of my own projects. I mean, I created you. Why wouldn't I? I'm baffled. You're finally out of the coating that you're in. You sort of gain consciousness, as you will. I could sort of more compare it to like a toddler finally coming to realization that they're a person. You know, whether it be like, oh, I'm walking around the fair, and then whoop, oh, I'm here now. So what was the event? And he like takes his chair over and like he scoots up and gets like right in your face. What was the event? And he's like taking stuff and he's like starting to get like some like gadgets out, like a little like a little measuring rulers and a protractor, and he's like getting right up in your face. What was the event? Was it traumatic? How traumatic was it? Did you cry? Was it crying?
Well, anyway, I'm here with my friends.
You
my
have
companions
friends!
right now.
I don't like this little man.
He scoots down to your level. And you! Who are you?
None of your business.
Well, this is my island, so I would proclaim it my business. I'm just wondering, what are you all doing here? I was very in the middle of a very important project, you see. I am
Oh,
creating...
sweet,
Yes.
sweet Susie was looking for some information, I believe. We were going to collect something, so we decided to come this way. But I really don't care about that stuff. I'm just along with the group.
Excellent. Oh, what do you need?
Ray looks at Zengis.
Yes, hello? Who needs something from me?
Zengis looks at Susan.
I'll look back at Zengis and say,
Does anybody
I'll
know?
no, I'll
I'll
say, Zengis, if anyone knows anything about your book and the predicament we're in, it would be him.
Ah, yes, the book. I was too busy reliving my traumatizing forethoughts. Right. I take the book out.
And he snaps his fingers and goes, aha! That's it! You're the new Dragon Keeper. It makes
I
sense
am
now.
indeed.
Who was the last one? What was his name?
They wait patiently.
I
continue to wait.
I'm forgetting things. That's actually been one of my main concerns nowadays. I'm not really forgetful type. But anyways, he goes up and he
actually not remember.
do I not remember? Like
I bet-
me?
I bet DM Matt doesn't remember.
Matthew, you
Of
don't
course I
remember.
remember. Do you remember?
I knew he did it as soon as he.
It's Gregor, you idiot.
Gregor!
Oh yes, of course, Gregor.
Of course I do. Who's the note taker? Who's the only one who pays attention in this campaign?
Not the DM, that's for sure.
That's right. It was Gregor! Do you know Gregor?
Yes,
How do you know him?
he's my father.
Ah, well, I didn't want to assume, but Goliaths do kind of look alike. Anyways,
Oh, fuck, he's raging.
Oh god.
he was such a nice guy. He lent me the book last time. I'm surprised you brought it here.
Well, I'm not giving it to you.
Well, why not?
Why would I do that?
What are you going to do with it?
I was wondering if you knew anything about these, and I'll open to the area where all the pages are torn out.
Oh, there were pages there.
Yep, thanks.
I
Captain Obvious.
do remember what they. I slightly skimmed the book. Well, I read over most of it. I do remember what was there. But I do not believe I'm at the moment the liberty to say. I'm allowed to know, but you might be a little fishy.
It's literally the Book of the Dragon Keeper, and I'm the Dragon Keeper.
Also, the red lady, whoever that lady is already after.
Oh, you know the lady in red. Perfect.
Yes, we're
Oh, I understand this. You must be here because you are on her shit list, and she is coming to erase you from reality. No worries.
Actually, she took one of our friends, apparently, and I don't really know her. but
Wait, hold on.
everyone
So
is
you
like,
remember that she took your friends? That's very quite peculiar. He takes out like a little
Oh, I've
notebook
never met her.
and he starts like scribbling down some notes. That's very peculiar. Now, usually the ladies in red victims are immune. Now, why are you? Are erased from existence, and all the memories of people around them are erased as well. Now, why are you all immune?
She seems to be related to some guy. I read his letter once. Name's Aeon.
All right.
I want to see what he knows.
Well, shit.
Yeah, do ya?
Nice job.
Well, your friend is shit out of luck. Most likely, if you're here for your friend, she might be dead.
Oh.
Or wait, what's
guys?
what's today's date? What's the year?
Slut dog.
Slut dog. The slut dog.
What's the year?
The slut dog millionaire.
51.
51.
I don't know the
year?
exact date, but I know it's the 50 years 51, 1551, and it's slut dog.
Slut dog. Yep.
You're wrong. It's not 51. It's 52. Your math was off.
Oh, fuck you.
Damn. Get shit on.
This year, oh, it's a dragon. I mean, you have must be time. If it's a dragon council year, then obviously you have time. Now, are you planning on like just breaking in, or maybe you're perhaps trying to catch a free ride off of our dragon keeper boy here, and then you're gonna try to persuade him into not killing your friend right in front of you? It's gonna be whoa. That sounds exciting. But might be fruit. It might be fruitless.
You have a better idea?
I don't know. It's not my friend, and frankly, I don't know if I have the time
To what?
to do anything.
Well,
I'm
do you have
busy
an
with my operation here.
What operation?
You see, and he goes back over to Susan. Her.
Yeah, what are you trying to grow inside of her?
She's an issue for me.
Why?
I don't remember how I made her.
How
What?
unfortunate.
Does that matter?
Yes, it does. I am a genius.
When a
I
male
am a
rock
can
and
remember
shit.
I am a
Male rock
scientist.
and a female rock love each other very much.
I'm a scientist. I remember every single important event that happens to me. I slip on names I don't care about, sure, but the main thing,
rock?
But the main thing is I do care about. Now here's the thing. I remember creating Susan. I remember the general idea of mating her, but I don't remember how I made her. And it's been a question that's been boggling around in my mind ever since I came back from Westland. And I've just been trying to go back through the thought process of making her. And every single time I get failures and duds like this broad over here on the table. Why is it that she is the only success so far?
Susie is clearly very special, yes. I would agree with that myself.
Well, here's the problem. I think I've finally come to a conclusion. Now that you brought up the Lady in Red again.
Oh no.
Obviously, whoever I was with at the time must have been taken away with the Lady in Red. I must have come up with the idea with someone, and then they must have been taken away from me. But why? What did they know? And more importantly, if they knew something, I surely would have known more. So why wasn't I affected by it? I noticed you brought Barbosa here. Yes, hello, pleasantries assured. Thank you for ruining my life. Now,
Could you elaborate on that?
Now, the question is, we made Susan back when we were all sailing together still. It was before the curse. So, I was infected, but yet, why? Why can't I remember? Perhaps it was someone who was part of the crew at one point. But who?
Victoria's dad. Da 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 da. Her mom.
Either way, it's most peculiar. And the fact that you're here now raises even more questions and suspicions. I left you with the order of simply just guarding my lab. I didn't know when I was going to be back or if I was going to be back. But frankly, in my mind, not to be very brash, but you were a failed experiment, I remember. You weren't really thinking or doing anything on your own, simply mindlessly following orders. So why did you leave, Susan? What compelled you to finally leave?
You were gone. You were gone for so long, and I stood and I waited and nothing. I stood, I waited, I was obedient, and nothing. I thought you were dead. I assumed you to be dead, so I left. Because there was nothing more for me. You weren't here. Samuel wasn't here. No one was here. Professor, you were gone. There was nothing left for me here.
Well, Samuel left on his own accord. And frankly, if I ever see him again, I hope to dismantle him with my own hands.
Yeah.
Oh, what of my brother? You haven't made more of him, have you? I seem...
No, I remember clearly how I made him. But I don't remember how to make you.
How unfortunate.
So you didn't make Susie then?
I did make her, but... I did make her, didn't I? No time for that.
Yes.
No time for that.
You've made me, and you've made all of... Oh, Susan. And Susan's just gonna gesture to all of the Susan in the room. And who's this right here? Right here on the table. A Susan?
Damn, that's crazy.
Wow.
Whoa.
Really original, Professor. How many are you at now? How many? How many Susans?
The question of how many Susans is that, it does not matter how many I've made so far.
And are they all a part of your family? Are you one big happy family with all of your a Susan and 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 a Susan? Big happy family, Professor, huh?
Well, I see free thinking comes with also a smart attitude. Look, I'm tired. I'll answer your questions in the morning. I'll have one of the Susans guide you to some free rooms that you can sleep in.
Which one? Which Susan?
That one over there.
Yeah, that one.
Welcome back home, Susan. We'll discuss more in the morning. And he'll lower his little chair down to like a normal level, and then he'll just kind of zoom off in it. One of the Susans will come up and lightly tap Zengis on the shoulder. Just kind of gives a little and writes on the notebook. I will guide you to your rooms.
I would like to snoop on his desk first. Do you have any notes or anything on what he was working on?
Sure. I can also describe the general lab. I don't think I've done that yet.
No.
The general lab, it's very high tech. It's equivalent wise, it's like a 1980s Soviet sort of science lab. It has like the big giant computers with the tape wheels, all this technology you've never seen before, and he has it's a very wide and spacious, about 40-foot ceilings, and it's very big and open. And there's a large, like, Susan-sized table sort of in the center of the room, and there you can see sort of like a turned-off Susan sort of just laying there, her arm kind of like over the edge a bit. There is a tiny desk made for him that's over along the walls nearby all the giant computers and reels and like walls of tape and such. And there you can see like notes and notes scattered about. On this desk, there's what seems to be an old like portrait that he keeps around of what seems to be like a family portrait. You can see it's him, and then it's a lady that looks just like Susan, like a normal sized person, probably around like 5'8", normal tan skin with some brown hair, sort of coming down like a 1-to-1, and then you can also see the a little child who seems to have the same kind of like roughly like big hair as the professor, and like a very like wide-eyed like smile, which it's a portrait, so it's kind of funny to imagine a little kid just like so happy like to take a portrait, just smiling for like a couple hours straight.
Good job, Sam.
But yeah, is there anything you're trying to look for in particular?
I just want to snoop and see what I can find out. Granny's just nosy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why don't you roll me a investigation check?
Cool. Anyone else want to roll too? Anyone else nosy? Just me?
I'll do it.
I'll nosy around.
I
I'll
won't find
nosy.
anything.
Oh shit, a 19. Damn, that's
Ooh,
not a
that's
Susan roll. Fuck.
23. Nice job. You're familiar with this
Nosy.
guy's handwriting.
Yeah. So
I got
Snoop.
an 11.
So you guys are kind of like snooping around. Susan, this whole place is completely new to you. The whole lab is completely new. You left it. It was kind of a bit in disrepair. The professor would only like be like in one room usually, or 1 or 2 rooms. And you would only be like allowed kind of like in a couple of them, just kind of like walking around. Or you would walk around like the perimeter doing like a little bit of a patrol. But this is all new shit. So snooping around, you are able to find what seems to be, all of you can find what seems to be like the professor's like notebook. That seems to have like a list of like a bunch of things he was talking about in the experiments and such. I'm flipping through it, like the first couple, like it seems ancient. And it seems like more pages were added over time, like he's just kept up using the same notebook. It's like the front is very like tattered and like worn down, and like the first couple pages are like super brittle and like barely legible.
By ancient, are we talking about 400 years, same as Barbosa? Are we talking?
Yeah,
more than that?
about, yep. So is that kind of like super brittle?
Mhm.
And there you guys can see, like notes as the years go by. Like the first one, like it faintly talks about Project Geodon. Like, oh, I've come up with a new like experiment, yada yada yada, and like that's kind of like all it does. It's like a personal journal diary. Going on onward in the middle of the journal, it starts talking about the Dragonator,
Ooh.
and it goes, I've over my journeys, I've thought of a new invention, an ultimate weapon that could potentially bring peace by the threat of it alone. I'm calling it the Dragonator. Blah 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 blah. And then finally, the latest notes briefly talk about Tensor's element.
Ooh, the thing that Ben won't tell us about.
Nice.
We finally know about it.
Yep.
What do we learn?
He made a friend who turned out to be the Dragon Keeper, and he was super chill, and he basically asked, like, hey, can I go see, like, the super secret books in the library? And he was like, yeah, sure, I don't care.
Sick.
And
Oh,
then
frig.
and then he got the book, and it looks like he kept on to that book for a couple of years. And then he just returned it one day. Like, he just teleported in and just returned it and teleported out. And that's where the notes stop.
The notes stop as in like.
Like he
it's
just
been
didn't.
a
He just
while?
hasn't written anything in a while.
How long is a while? Does it look like it's been a few months? Does it look like it's been a few years? How long has this book been returned?
I'd say the book looks like it's been returned for like about a year.
Oh, pretty short. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he returned it before he went on his journey.
Gotcha. Any information about that journey he went on?
Mm-mm.
Any pieces of Dragonair laying around?
No.
It's like a paperweight.
I like too how last session you guys switched from all of the Dragonator stuff being blueprints to suddenly we have the pieces?
Pieces of the blueprint.
Okay.
Because they're separate blueprints that you're supposed to like to lay over like on top of each other and like fit together like a puzzle to get like the full Dragonator weapon itself.
And then somebody has to build it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with that, are you guys done kind of snooping around?
Yeah, I
I
feel
just-
bad. This Susan's just waiting to take us to our rooms.
What about the Susan on the table? Can I get a good look at her?
Sure. It looks like she has like again like this sort of like tealish blue gems on the inside. She's giving off this kind of like cool and like this kind of cold temperature feeling from the stones.
Yeah. Does it look like he's trying to purposefully grow something inside of them? Does it almost look like they were purposefully cracked open, or does this more look like battle damage, like she was? in
It's
a
battle
fight or something?
damage, like she was out in the woods fighting something and she got fucked up. And then
Okay.
they returned her here and he's trying like to repair her.
Yeah. The stones that are cool to the touch. That is the crap. Sealer stone.
Don't.
Thorium?
No,
Okay.
it's not the thorium.
Okay.
But yeah. So with that, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do, the Susan is going to lead you guys down a long hallway. There you can go see it's like going past like a big giant like open area where you can look down and you can see like a bunch of Susans that are just kind of like hung up like on a shelf, Buzz Lightyear Toy Story 2 style, just kind of like powered down, just kind of like standing there. And then you can see like some of them have like simple modifications to them, like what if this one had a sword for a hand? What if this one had really big hands?
Gorilla.
What the fuck? It's a messed up workshop. Granny will pat an arm carefully on Susan's shoulder.
It also looks like to be like it's just like his main storage for like all of his inventions. Also, there's like weird
Which Susan?
there's like weird inventions down there, and like it looks like just a bunch of objects and like weird weapons and swords and weird possibly like magic items just kind of like all thrown in to like this giant room.
Raphael, go grab yourself something shiny.
Yeah, I'm going. Wait.
Random
Do I
weapons?
see anything shiny?
I mean, you basically see what I was telling you.
All sorts of
I
random
see
inventions
I'm
and
stealing a
weapons?
Susan.
Susan.
Great.
Are there any mini Susans?
No, there are not any mini Susans.
Damn it!
Oh.
I wanted Chibi Susan.
I will call her.
Okay, but mini
Pop up
Susan would be
those
like
Susan.
your size.
It would be your size, but still chibi-like.
Okay, well I want it like the professor's size. Like gnome size Susan.
Oh, you want the toy Susan?
Yeah.
A collectible figure. Catch them all.
Collectible figure
God.
with real
Figure
battle.
release.
She gets real battle damage when you punch her in the chest. Her stone breaks off.
Oh, fuck. Just don't put her in the jar.
Oh god.
Oh
No.
God.
Stop it. Blocked. You're
Yeah.
done.
Blocked. You're
Done.
done. You're done.
So are we just in like one big room?
It,
Or is
it's
there like
no, you know, like how in the movies they kind of like show like the big giant like hangar lab area down below as you guys are walking above it. You're just walking on like this giant hallway, where eventually, yeah, the catwalk, and just brings you to.
I would like to ask Stone Susan if any of the random stuff he's got thrown over there, any of them are fun to play with. If we could take anything.
She writes down, "Don't know. My job is to be a maid."
Oh, that sounds boring.
I would
why do
also. Oh, go ahead.
Why would you want to be a maid? Look at you. You're strong. You're powerful. Why don't you do something fun like our Susan? Go on adventures.
Because I was told to be a maid.
Well, why do you listen?
What else am I supposed to do?
Enjoy
Great.
your life.
Granny, these Susans can't think for themselves.
Why would you assume that?
Is there anything you would like me to do?
What do you want to do?
Jesus fuck.
What you want me to do?
Granny, they cannot think for themselves.
Just like our Susan can't?
Did I fucking say that?
No, but clearly that's what Professor thinks, and he's wrong. That seems kind of stupid in my opinion. Anyways, look at all this cool stuff he invented.
Yes, it does seem like he's been busy since the last
Yeah,
time I
so-
saw him.
So you knew him, so you guys, something about, being part of the crew together?
Ship?
A long time ago, we were part of the same crew. Part of my last crew. We were the Pegasus Pirates.
But we're cool, right? You would be?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
thinking back to the picture at the old HQ, would I have seen, like, would I remember that I saw, like, Professor
Well, Mark
in the
drew a
picture?
picture of it.
Yeah, no, there's the professor was in that picture as well.
Okay. Was he, like, standing, like, where was he positioned? Was he, like, right next to Captain and, like, Victoria, or, like, was he just, like, somewhere random?
No, he seems to be like sitting on like some kind of like weird invention, but he's
Is there a lady next to him?
he's like there is a lady next to him, but
Does
it's
she
not
look
the
like
same.
Susan?
It's not the same. It's not Susan.
Okay.
It's a dwarven lady with long like blonde hair, holding like this like very like jeweled axe that she's leaning on. And the professor like she doesn't really even seem to be like looking at like the painter, and it's just kind of like writing notes or whatever in his journal the whole time. But he's standing next to the figure that is like torn out from the actual picture itself.
The deleted thing. So he's sitting
So-
on an invention. Do we see that invention in the pile? Is the chair there?
The chair.
Sure.
The chair he is sitting on, is it in the pile of shit that he doesn't care about anymore?
Can I have the chair?
I could use a new chair.
Sure.
No, the
You're
chair.
forgetting about
The
day that
chair.
We talked about what sort of wood we would like.
The chair
for
is
chairs.
the chair is not in the
Ah.
the pile of
Screw
magic
it.
items.
Fuck this. Gray waves her hands and walks away.
Fuck it.
God damn it.
But you guys continue walking down the path, and eventually you guys get to your rooms. They're sort of fashioned after like a 19. It's a very like 1960s motel vibe. And Susan, there, you can kind of squeeze through the door frame, but these are not meant for Susan-sized folk.
Fuck this guy.
So yeah, with that, you guys fall asleep, and you guys rest up for the night. Do any HP stuff. It'll be a new morning unless there's anything that anyone wants to do during the night. If not, Shadow Man, can you roll me for your cards?
Indeed, I can. See if I can finally get something. Wow. About time.
Nice.
So I got 2.
Ooh.
You gain
Nice.
gain 2 cards back.
How many is that total then? 4?
4. So I'm at halfway. Pretty good.
Got half the
Woohoo.
cards back. Nice.
Luck blade?
No.
Luck,
3
luck
luck blades at
blade.
once.
Luck blade?
luck blade.
Luck
blade?
Luck
Luck
Blade.
blade.
Luck Blade. Luck Blade.
Alright.
Duck, blade.
In the middle of the night, I'm gonna try and go back to the laboratory.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do it.
Try and be a bit sneaky.
Let's turn on some.
Sneaky time. Put on the Shadowfell
Sneaky
music.
time.
I love that music.
Shadowfell music?
Shadowfell music. I love that music.
Okay.
Sneaky.
Let me find the music for you, boss.
Sick.
Should be right here.
Hey.
So, you're up. You're awake.
Awake.
And you sneak out.
I have been awakened.
So what do you?
Right.
You're heading over to the laboratory you were in.
Or maybe find another one if there's more than one.
Yeah, I mean, the only areas that you really know of right now are like the giant like horde of inventions in that room, and then the actual like the laboratory he was in.
Okay, I want to like maybe get into the laboratory itself.
Okay, so you head back down the hallway. Can you roll me a stealth check, please?
I'm using Jesse. Here we go. We're gonna see. We're gonna
Oh
see.
boy. Ah!
What's my stealth? Plus 11. All right.
Ah!
All right. I rolled a 4, but I have reliable talent, so it's a 10. Plus 11 is 21.
That's good. Yeah, you're fine.
Sick. Ideal.
Sneak.
Sneak.
Oh, that
Always
satisfying
sneak.
sound too of real dice rolling. Ah.
I'll do it again.
I'll fucking do it again. Don't think I won't. But yeah, you head down the hallway and you can hear like the large like thumping footsteps of a Susan
Okay.
that seems to just be like walking around late at night. And as you look, you can see the Susan's wearing like a head lantern that's like completely covering her face,
Mm.
and it's just a hood lantern. It's just making a spotlight on the ground, just sort of walking around. So.
Okay.
You're not detected though. You kind of like dodge out of the way, and you're able to make it back into like the main lab, where you can see it looks like the one Susan that was on the workshop is gone now.
Okay.
And as you enter, you can see there is like another dim light on. I'm going to count your stealth roll for this, but you sneakily go in and you can see the professor there, just sort of like sitting at his desk,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like he's like just like crunching like a bridge of his nose. His glasses are off, and he's just like frustrated, and he's just like going over like a bunch of documents.
Okay.
You haven't been noticed yet.
I still want to like get in. Like, am I in the laboratory itself, or like,
You're
or
in
am I,
you're
like,
in
up
the
in catwalk?
laboratory. It's just big enough that like you're like in a dark area of it where there's no light. And he's just
Okay.
like using like a little lamp to like light up his desk. And that's it.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna just like look around for anything that like sticks out compared to like the rest of his inventions. Like maybe something that's like he has a typical MO, right? But like this thing looks different.
Sure.
Somehow.
Can you give me a I'm gonna say give me an investigation check, please.
Okay. 3.
A 3.
Nice.
You don't really know what you're looking for. So it's kind of just up in the air a bit. Looking around.
Is there something that he's like in the middle of working on?
Not
Or is it like he's
not-
in the middle of working on everything?
He's in the middle of working on everything right now. There are some keys, I'll say, that are on like another desk, like on like up against the wall, like hanging on the wall.
I'll pocket the keys.
All right. The keys have a little tag, and it looks like it's for the main, like experiment room, right? So like the main, you can guess it's for the main room that you saw that had like all like junk in it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Fuck it, I'm going to the experiment room.
All right. I will say, as you exit out, you can start to hear a little bit of crying coming from the professor himself.
Oh. I might wait a second to see if like he musters any words or anything like through the crying.
Sure. Can you give me a perception check?
22.
22. You can hear him just fine. And you can hear him, like, he's, like, bridging the nose, and he's just starting, like, to softly weep a little bit. And he's just going, why? Why? Why did she have to come back? He's, like, looking at his picture. How many more years until I finally get over you, Susan? My love. Blast it all. Ugh. Perhaps some interrogation on her in the morning will help clear my mind.
Yeah, interrogating your past love, that's healthy.
There's something about her that's different than the others, and I don't know what.
She's less of a sex doll than the others.
I was about to-
Granny! Jesus! We get
Don't
it!
worry, I was at one point.
Huh?
out of character.
Who fucked the rock?
But he's gonna like have like a little necklace like around his neck, and he's finally gonna take it off. He's gonna hold it in front of his face. Maybe it's time I finally use you. You were a
Oh.
bitch to make. I haven't used you yet. The only good bargaining I have against Lady in Red.
Bargain? 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 Bargain?
Businessman?
Tim,
Huck?
steal it. Tim, steal it.
Huck, steal it.
Huck, good businessman.
It's hard.
Huck
It's
would
it's
roll.
hard to believe this is the only known weakness for that fucking demon.
Huck will offer 1 spoon.
Demon, weakness for demon.
Yeah, steal it. Yoink.
Mm,
Just kill the professor.
But
easy.
maybe that's too
Oh.
drastic. And he puts it back around his neck.
Damn it.
Maybe what I need now to sleep.
No,
All right.
that's not it.
I'm going to follow the professor.
All right. Can you give me a stealth check?
I rolled a 3, but reliable talent 21.
Don't use his dice anymore, man.
I rolled a 3, but actually it's a 21. So.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So you follow the professor. He doesn't seem to go far. As you guys meet a left over to the catwalk, he just sort of makes a right into like these kind of big doors, and he kind of like opens them up, and it's just kind of a master bedroom for him. You can see he has are you going to actually follow him into his room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Duh.
Cool.
I'm a
You're
ninja,
crawling-
obviously.
and you're
Crawl
just
into bed with him.
and you're just gonna follow him, right? You're not gonna do anything.
I mean,
Fondle his butt cheeks.
not yet. I don't
All
know.
right. Okay.
Depends what happens.
So he enters the
Roll
room,
Perception.
and immediately you kind of like go into the room, and as soon as you enter a room, he kind of like stops, and he's looking around, and he immediately turns around and looks at you. You!
Detected.
You triggered my alarm spell. What are you doing here?
I just want to say hello.
Roll deception.
Raphael's just like,
Triggered my trap card.
Wait. I am proficient in deception.
Yeah?
So 21.
21.
Oh.
Is that legal? Can he do that?
he's just like, I just missed you.
All right.
Let me fondle your butt cheeks.
I
It's
couldn't stop
awfully
thinking about you.
it's awfully late. Is there any other reason you were up? I'm sorry, I didn't manage to catch any of your names. I was flustered in a moment. Who are you again?
Give me that ass.
You can call me Scout.
Scout.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, a title. I like it. Well, a formal
And
introduction. I am Professor Emerald Heimerdinger at your service.
Emerald. Okay.
Emerald.
Well, yeah. No, I've gotten quite enough sleep the past like 30 days. So
Ah. Yes, I immediately was able to tell your hair color is more from stress than anything else. Well, why don't you sit down? I'm used to late nights, after all. I'll call over one of the guards, and do you like tea?
I'm okay.
Alrighty then. Then come on in.
I follow.
He sits you down, and there's like two kind of chairs by a fireplace. He sits down on one, and as you go to sit down in the other, he's like, "Okay, actually, it's fine. It's fine. You can sit in that chair."
Perception.
Sure.
Insight.
Yeah, like, wait, which one would I roll? I don't know. Like, I am now skeptical of the chair, and I want to, like, check it out
Oh.
and be like, what the fuck is going on? Would that be what I roll here?
Perception. For investigating chair.
Investigation?
So, 21.
You see,
I hate you, Tim.
You're
Incredible.
specific butt
Incredible.
labeled on that chair.
You can see on the chair specifically, it looks like there seem to be some very old blankets and such that are kind of awfully dusty. They seem to belong to a woman at one point.
Susan.
Okay.
Anyways, so how did you come across Susan?
Met her. What? 4 or 5 months ago.
I thought this was gonna stop it. Just met her.
Yeah, Susan, I've met her. Yeah.
I know that
You're
bitch.
right.
I know Susan.
Hold on, I do. If you want the actual date, I can look it up real quick because I do have the actual dates written down in the calendar section of my journal.
Do we really need the date?
Well, now I'm also curious. Now I'm curious. Bren Nafta was 1 month after Zengis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been about 6 months. Well, you're right.
Yeah.
That's fairly interesting. And you've been traveling with her the whole time?
Pretty much since then, yeah.
Except for recent events, as you said. You were asleep for quite a while. Why were you asleep?
If I'm being honest, don't really want to talk about it. Kind of just got out of it.
It's a fair enough answer. So, you have a friend then that's about to be executed from the Dragon Council. That's what I gathered, at least. It's been a while since I was able to communicate and talk with people, so excuse me if I blather on or ramble a bit. It's been quite a while. I've been literally talking to rocks, as you see.
Why not make them talk? I'm sure you can.
I've tried.
muster up some sort of
I'm
invention
trying,
do so.
to be honest.
I'm doing my best, man.
But there's something different about Susan. I just don't know why. Why is she talking now? I made her nearly 500 years ago. Oh, maybe a little less, a little more. She has never talked or was in the state that she's in now. If it wasn't for her size and Susan's figure, I wouldn't know it was her to begin with.
Wait, so she looks different than the other Susans?
I mean, have you seen them all?
I
They're all the same
well,
on the
I've
they're all
seen-
the same on the outside. They're all covered in rocks.
right.
See, the idea for Tragic Geodan originally, I remember, was creating an organism out of strange crystals I found on an island.
What island?
I don't know if it's called the same thing now, but I remember we called it Crystallis when we first found it.
The island that he hid all those Magnator pieces on.
But
Crystallis.
yes, strange crystals. They almost have the ability to sort of flash freeze and almost hold an object permanently in a like a frozen state, but it's covered in gems. I thought it was brilliant, and I wanted to perhaps could tinker with it a little bit. I did, and now there she is. But the whole time, her gems were on the inside of her, covered by a rocky exterior, almost unrecognizable from a standard stone golem, except this time portrayed more in, if I do say myself, a more attractive figure.
He wants to fuck the
But
stone.
now her gem exterior is on the outside, and not only her gem exterior, but not a single remnant of the old stone that was connected to her, which is strange.
Quick question out of game. Was I there for when Susan transformed? I think
Yes.
I wasn't there in session. I don't think.
You were there. Your character was
character
not
was
there.
there.
Like, but your character was there. You, Tim, I do not believe were there. That was when we found the platforms and stuff. We had the big fight, and Susan was super hurt and about to die. And then after we killed all the Legion, she went and opened a magical door, and all the stone broke away, and she was gem underneath.
Was this at Crystallis?
It was at
It was.
Crystallis, and it was there
Yeah.
like a session or two before Mari joined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, I think that was the session before Mari joined. So,
I think it was 2 before. I think we had one without her.
Okay. I just gotta debate what type of information I want to give out to him.
None. Fuck him.
No, because he can tell us stuff back too. He's willing to share.
Right,
Oh.
he's sharing quite a lot.
He
Wait,
does
so
the
she
goods.
opened a door? I thought she like I thought Susan had like punched a wall or something. Or is
she
that a
put
different-
her hand up onto the wall as if she knew what it was, and then the wall shattered, and then her whole exterior shattered.
But do you want to tell him that?
The Legion were also trying to force her to do it. Like they knew.
Have you? Did you ever think about bringing any of the golems back to Crystallis?
I remember I did at one point. I brought the original Susan to Crystallis at one point. She has an uncanny ability to change these crystals. I remember last time we were there, we simply were there storing some stuff, thinking of using it as a pirate's cove. But it became a little bit too unreliable, as soon word got out there's a giant island made of crystals. It's not actually the best place to store your pirate hoard.
Yeah.
I remember Barbosa chose somewhere else. He was so adamant about it. I don't remember if we left anything there or not.
What did what island did Barbosa mention?
We eventually found a little abandoned island in the middle of nowhere, and I remember one of our more peculiar members in Huey. Huey Flipperdude, he was an amazing wizard. He as a prank on the captain, he lifted up the whole ship and put it in the giant tree that we had just grown magically on the center of the island, and it just kind of stuck there. And I remember we used it as a base for a little while, and it was fun. We had those were better days, as they say. But I want to hear about you. I mean, you look like a very, very successful man in your line of business. I'm assuming assassination.
Not precisely.
No, I don't do that. What do you do?
Burning down orphanage. That's your career.
I burn down orphanages.
He's a guerrilla.
Ah, you burn down orphanages. Why?
They were.
I'm not mere to. I've been around the block quite a few times, so nothing you really can say can really shock me anymore.
They were trafficking children, so.
That's a good reason to burn down our orphanage. Out of all the 5 reasons I can think to burn down an orphanage, that's one of them.
Can you give me the other 4?
Absolutely. You see, if they weren't actually children, but instead gangsters or pirates, pretending to be children, so that way they could be falsely adopted and accumulated into another person's home. Perhaps if it was a pirate gang of halflings and they shaved their beard every morning. Halflings are nifty like that.
Okay, that's the second
Both
reason.
a gangster and a pirate. Beautiful.
What the fuck?
I assume if the orphanages has been paying their taxes.
Ooh,
Now
good
on
reason to
Watch
burn down,
Mojo.
yeah.
Top 5
Yeah.
reasons to burn down an orphanage.
Taxes. Okay, I got that one written down.
No,
Next
taxes
one.
is fine. They can avoid taxes. That's okay.
If the church can do it, so can they.
If the building was somehow condemned with an icky substance past mind flares, ooh, that would be a great reason to burn down an orphanage.
All right, I'll give them the mind flares. That's a good one.
Mind flayer in
Need one more,
Yes.
Professor.
Oh, the last one. That's easy. Because you're an asshole.
beautiful.
It's not a good reason, but it's a reason.
Perfect.
I
Perfect.
guess a good reason.
This has been Watch Mojo's top 5 reasons to burn down an orphanage.
Come back next week where we talk about robbing banks.
Woo!
Ideal.
Don't worry,
That's
guys,
very
I'll-
interesting. Say, your companions, I've noticed a little bit, they seem to be quite a magic item acquired a little bit.
Go on.
Well, I was just noticing your dragon keeper friend seems to have some interesting things about him. I assume he has the dragon orb on him. Your one friend from the Shadowfell seemed to have some precarious items in his bag of holding. It was just all wafting with excess.
And Susan had big stabby.
And yes, Susan does have a big sword. It seems like you and the child, well, actually the halfling, they seem
The child.
The child.
The child.
they seem to be you seem to be lacking in magical items.
Yeah, I kind of just stab shit.
Would you like a magical item?
Would I?
Oh, gee, thanks!
Please, 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 please.
Golly, mister. How kind of you.
Raphael's like, why did I just follow people to their bedrooms more often? I just want
So-
to say hi.
Grab my butt cheeks, and I'll give you a magic item. I've been ever so lonely. Thank you for sitting in my dead wife's
Now-
chair.
I mean, I would love a magic item, but there has to be some sort of catch.
Why would it have to be a catch? Boy, I am a mess. I'm a master artificer. I have been inventing and creating magic items and other trinkets for the past 500 years. What good is a gun if it can't shoot somebody?
What's a gun?
What good is a sword if you can't stab a bitch, as the lingo used to say? Ebadiah used to say that all the time.
Sounds about right.
I'm just saying that I just met you and you just met me.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
You guys
But
should
you're
kiss.
giving me a magic item.
I'm willing to give you one if you are so inclined. If not, then be the adventurer. Find one on your own.
What do you have?
Well, why don't we find out?
Why was there a voice change? Yeah,
Come with me! Come with me! Susan! Susan! Ding 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 ding.
Oh, fuck it. She has a bell. Ugh.
Well, why would you wait?
Susan, can you roll me a perception check?
Oh my god,
Because
yes.
you're also awake.
Oh,
While we
please.
wait-
Oh, no!
While we
God
wait
damn it.
for a Susan
No.
to show up,
It's a 4. It's a... Yeah, sad.
I'm just gonna mention like the necklace. Like I see the chain on around his neck. Like what's you have a necklace?
Oh, yes. I do. I'd rather not talk about it. This is a keepsake of mine. It was very difficult to acquire.
Okay. I just never understood the point of wearing a necklace if you're gonna hide it. That's
It's more to keep it close. This is very vile substance. One drop will change your whole existence forever. It is powerful, made with the blood of Tarask, forged in the fires of an inner demon,
Shit.
mixed together in the shells
Shit.
of a husk. They are.
Shit.
It is
Shit. That's the thing we need.
powerful.
Shit.
But it is difficult to acquire. It took me well over many, many years to acquire all the necessary components and then find someone who was able to help me forge it. Needless to say, I'm wanted on all the continents.
Valid.
Same.
And frankly, if you must know, this is also why Susan's brother is very angry with me. Yes, didn't she ever mention she had a brother?
Susan mentioned she had a brother.
I don't know if Raphael was there, or if it was an Etcher thing. It would have been around the time that we got dragon
Right.
dragon cycle. So I think it would have been Etcher who
Yeah,
was
that
there.
Archer. That wasn't me.
Yeah,
That wasn't Raph.
yeah, no.
I had
Yeah,
a
you do not know.
brother.
Yes.
God.
So, anyways, it's right behind you. Oh, silly me! I forgot the key to the door. It's in my lab. I'll be right back.
I'll pull out the keys.
Ah, yes, you're a thief. Well, you know what? If you're gonna rob a bank, might as well be led in by the teller, right? Alrighty. Right this way.
Door's already unlocked.
Ah. Well.
Damn, he's sneaky.
He's a bit sneaky. Now, what are you in the mood for?
I don't know.
Out of all I have a rare, very rare, and a couple of legendaries.
Do it. Doesn't matter the side effects. Do it.
I mean, why? Going back for a second.
Yes.
One, I didn't know Susan had a brother.
Oh, yes.
Two, why would he want the necklace? I mean, if it's all as powerful as you say, everyone would want the necklace. Like, what would he want it for?
Well, that's a difficult story. Perhaps one better to tell when everyone is awake.
Fair enough.
So, you walk down like a flight of stairs, and then he goes down and like a large breaker is there, and he like flips a switch, and just the entire thing comes alive with lights.
Magical candles.
Here we are. I got everything you need here. Go on, take a look.
I don't know what any of this does.
I don't know. I do
Like
know.
I said, I stab shit.
Okay, well, why don't we stick with weapons then, huh? Let's stick with weapons, and we will see. Let's see. Oh, here's an interesting one. And he pulls out a sword. This one right here, it's called the Dancing Sword. I remember making this a little ditty back in the year 1124. It dances.
Yeah, boss.
Yeah, and just dance.
Yes.
Command dance.
Let's see. Oh, I have a defender right here. Pretty snazzy.
What does it do?
Well, it's a defender, so it's a shield and a sword, magically. If you so wish, it'll protect you more. Adds as an extra shield if you so wish.
Would it add AC? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, do you want me to read off the actual abilities of them?
Kind of.
A little bit, maybe. Let's see. What other ones do we have down here? You said you're a sabby man, not so much of a bow man?
Dabby man.
Okay, I won't give you the oath bow then. How often do you come against orcs? No? Okay. Let's see. Oh! You're a sneaky man, yes?
Yeah, kind of, just a little bit.
Here you go. And he pulls out some boots.
Boots.
They're boots.
Okay. What are the names? What's the name of the
They
boots?
are, I believe it is called the boots of speed. I think that's literally just what it is. Let me double check.
The sneaky boots are elven kind, I thought.
Yep, they're the boots of speed.
B.
Actually, he has two.
This is
The
almost
boots
like
of
our game.
he has the boots of levitation or the boots of speed.
Nice.
Boots of levitation. While wearing these boots, you can cast the action. You can use an action to cast levitate on yourself. And then boots of speed. While you wear these boots, you can use a bonus action to click the boots' heels together. If you do, the boots double your walking speed, and any creature that makes an opportunity to attack against you has disadvantage.
Tim, look
Spicy.
at your Snapchat. Tim, look at your Snapchat.
Hmm.
Tim, look at your Snapchat.
Don't look at your Snapchat. She's trying to sway you.
She's
Tim, look at
trying
your
to sell you
Snapchat.
something.
I'm looking.
Or maybe that's just not your thing. I have a belt of dwarven kind. I have a belt of giant strength.
Y'all got a scarab of protection?
Yes. But no, this is your time, Tim. If you want to go and look through some of the magic items, because the magic item divvying out the magic items has been a little bit uneven as of sorts. I allow you to choose an item as long, just run it by me, and then I will tell you if the professor has made it or has it.
Okay, where would I find just magic items? Is that handbook or?
It's on the handbook. It's online.
DMG.
It's in the DMG. It's also in
Magic items.
Tasha's. Magic
Yeah,
items
but
are
isn't
everywhere.
Magic Guide?
D&D Beyond, you can specifically search like weapons or armor and stuff like that. And you can also search by rarity, so that might be easiest.
Hmm. Do we need
Would
to have it to do
roll
that, or
20?
just
What's up?
probably not reliably for roll of 20?
Items.
How would you like a cube of force?
take a Spear of Annihilation, please.
Cubic gate, please.
We'll take
Can I have
another luck
some
blade, thank you.
I'll
fries with
take
that?
3 Ring of 3 Wishes.
How about a robe of eyes? Yes. The robe lets you see in all directions, and you have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. You have dark vision out of 120 feet. You can see invisible creatures and objects as well. You can also see into the ethereal plane out of a range of 120 feet. The eyes in the robe can't be closed or averted. Although you can close and avert your own eyes, you're never considered to be doing so while wearing the robe.
Rip.
There's also a robe of stars.
Tim, ring of invisibility. Really lean into that. That stealthiness.
Ring of invisibility, huh?
Yep.
Tentacle rod. I forgot.
I mean, yeah, ring of invisibility would be pretty fucking dope.
You want a ring of invisibility?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Stealthy boy. It would be rather appropriate. I could see you being like,
Maybe-
yes.
Do you have anything that would make it so I wouldn't have to try as hard to like sneak?
To sneak?
Mm.
Yes. The
Yeah,
cloak
I'm
of
just asking.
yeah, the cloak of Elvenkind.
Cloak of Elvenkind.
Give him the set. Cloak and boots.
So while you wear this cloak and the hood is up, your perception check. Perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks. But you have to specifically say to pull the hood up or down.
Isn't that only like a
Okay.
rare item though?
Uncommon.
Oh. Damn. The ring instead.
Do you have something that could make me invisible, maybe?
Yes, I do.
Baiting the
So, let's see. I don't know. Let me look up the cloak and see if there's a difference. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Home. So, while you wear the hood, you become invisible. It's invisible with you. You become visible when you see he's wearing the hood.
Right, okay, so it says while you wear this cloak with its hood up, wisdom perception checks made to see you have disadvantage and you have advantage on dexterity. But, like, what would the DC be to beat it? Just because it has disadvantage doesn't mean it just, like, doesn't, they don't see me, right?
No, you would just not have. You would just not be seen. You would be invisible.
Psst, Tim. Cloak of Arachnia. You can walk on walls. In the ceiling.
I would just give him the boots of spider climb.
Oh, those are so cheesy though.
It's up to you. Like, what are you trying to do? Are you just trying to become more sneaky? Or are you trying to? Do you want stuff for out of combat or in combat?
But both. Ideally.
There's so many fun things though.
Yeah, like I don't know
Dagger of
what I would
Venom.
want.
So, why not? I'll give you the cloak of invisibility, or the boots of spider climb.
What
How
happened
about-
to like legendary items?
Yeah, you said legendary.
And now you're going down to uncommon.
No. Here's the thing. I'll give you either cloak of invisibility or cloak of elvenkind and boots of spider climb,
Ooh.
because they're both uncommon items.
Of invisibility, is that different?
It's the same one you just looked up when you have the hood up. You become invisible.
Oh, okay.
But you can only be that way for 2 hours.
Oh, so the Cloak of Elvenkind, or... Okay.
So you can either get 2 magic items or 1 magic item. That's what I'm going to give you. That's your choice. Invisibility is a legendary, or 2 uncommons. Invisibility will help you more out of combat. Cloak of Elvenkind and the boots will help you kind of with both.
Wait, so my option is Ring of Invisibility or Cloak of Elvenkind and the boots?
Yeah.
Quick question: if he attacks with the in the robe of invisibility, does he become?
He becomes visible.
Okay.
No,
Does it
not with the
say
ring.
that?
The ring
No,
does
yeah,
not.
but he's not
no.
wearing him
With
ring.
the
He's
ring.
talking
You
about
can
the
stay invisible.
cloak.
Not with the ring.
Talking about the cloak.
Not with the ring. I can't.
Not
if
with
I
the ring.
attack
Not with the
cast
ring or the
spell,
cloak,
I
because
become
it's
invisible.
because it counts as a standard invisibility spell. Yeah, you become visible when you cease wearing a hood.
I think there's an artifact that lets you attack while invisible, but it's like I don't even know what it is.
So that's my absence, Chief. Or if you want to look for like another like a stabby stab weapon, you go ahead and look for one. But for now,
Yeah, we'll just say I got whatever.
yeah, we'll just say you got whatever you got for now, and then we'll continue on with session as normal. And then during the break, look for a some magic item to kind of look for.
Okay.
Oh.
Jesse, if you can think of any stabby off the top of your head, just tell me what they are and I'll look.
I'll send you some pictures. It's just fun. There's so many good options.
Alrighty.
No, there's like, if I knew what I was fishing for, like.
Also, Colley, you like have these books memorized. Do you send him stuff too?
Well, I should give him my opinion.
Yeah, you have good opinions.
I don't know. I've always thought Flame Tongue was a cheap, but really good option.
I will send him Flame Tongue. Yes.
All right.
You ever want a flaming sword that's underrated as hell?
So, it is a new day. Everyone wakes up bright and early. Susan, you don't sleep. After receiving your magic item, you sort of go to bed, and you're able to get a nice long rest still in. But it is a new morning. During it, you hear like a knock on your door, each of you, and as you open the door, there is a Susan for each of you waiting. With just they're each holding a sign saying your name, and then breakfast is ready.
Do I see the rest of the group? Like, are all of our rooms like right next to each other?
Yeah. So there's just a hallway full of Susans holding these signs. The one kind of looks at you and kind of taps the sign.
At me?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, breakfast is ready. I'm waiting for the rest of my group as well.
Is everyone out of their rooms or?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I'd follow.
I'll be out of my room, but I don't. Since I'm probably not gonna eat, I don't know how much I care about breakfast. But I might take a slight detour and just like. Can I just talk to some of the other Susans? Not like anything in depth, but just like introduce myself and just be nice to them.
Sure.
No, not allowed.
So I'll bring up the tale if we're heading to breakfast and kind of just meander a little bit. And
Sure.
whenever I see a Susan, just kind of stop and be like, "Oh, like hello, what's your serial number? Nice to meet you." just being nice to them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be nice to all of the Susans.
My serial name is J3NNY.
Okay, bud. All right.
Nice, to,
All right.
nice to meet you, Susan. And I'll sign it
Jen.
too.
As you go by, they'll just kind of bow, and like grab like one of their many notebooks and kind of just gives you a standard greeting. Nice to meet you too. All these notebooks look kind of new, as if they were up. Like all the Susans were with the task of like making up like a list of responses, because they didn't have to talk to anybody before, so they were just all staying up all night just writing different responses to things.
Aww.
As you guys enter into the main like kitchen area, it's
As we're walking towards the kitchen, I want to whisper to Zengis and be like, we need that necklace. He has a necklace.
What does it do?
I don't know exactly, but he said it's his one bargaining chip for the lady in red.
Who the fuck has a bargaining chip for the lady in red?
The fucking professor.
What the fuck?
It's the necklace that he's wearing.
I understand that. I'm saying, of all the fucking people to have a trump card for the lady in red, why the fuck does the professor have it?
He said it is
did he
very
make it?
expensive. It is very hard to get and to make.
By the way, you know what it is. You were there for session, Tim, when they talked about what it is for making stuff, I think, right?
What are you talking about?
We're talking about like making a Tensor's element.
No, for the stuff that's mixed inside. That was something that we learned in Orkton.
He said a blood of a what? I forget.
Tarask
Okay.
blood mixed inside of the shell of a flail snail heated up by the flames of a dragon. I believe that Diz told us about that in Orkton, so you would know that that's the thing that we need to make the main piece of the Dragonator.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, Tensor's element was written in the book.
Oh,
As-
really? I
yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Tensor's
thought
element
that
was written.
things written in
What was it?
Orkton.
Was it the page ripped out?
No, the page was ripped out for
Okay.
another reason. No,
Alright.
Tensor's element is mentioned in the book. It doesn't say how to make it, because that was over like in the more Westland area of the book, and Zengis never read that area.
Okay. I thought you told us about that in Orkton.
When she got excited, Jesse got very excited when you said blood of a Tarask.
Yeah. I get excited about
Shit!
everything.
Shit!
Shit. But that's what she did. That's what we need. That's what she said.
Okay, well, if Matt's saying we don't know it, I guess we don't know it, but I'll check my notes later.
Okay. Entering into the main kitchen area, it's standard. It's based more off of like a little cottage more than anything. It looks like the Susans are like grabbing like a table, like making like this makeshift table out of things. There's never been this many guests before, and you can see like over, like there's a kitchen area with like one Susan kind of like crouched over in like a standard sized kitchen and just kind of like slowly making a bunch of breakfasts. She's wearing what would normally be a standard apron. She just kind of has around her neck like a bib, because that's the only area that it'll wrap around. And she has a little tiny chef's hat on as well. And she's just making a bunch of breakfast. But yeah, they put down 2 tables, one for you guys, one for all the allies, and breakfast is served. It's a sloppy mess of like different eggs and different types of meat from creatures look like that are native to the island. None of the Susans really know how to cook, so it's all just kind of sloshed together. There's some baked bread to go along with it and some natural fruits that look very exotic, like bananas and different types of like durians and star fruits. Please, help yourself. Yes, Susan, you need a chair for yourself. Right. I don't ever have him sit down.
No, don't worry about it.
No,
Professor.
it's fine.
I'm sure I will grab
the Susan,
occupy myself
Susan,
with
right over
other
there.
things.
Kneel down and let Susan
No.
have a chair.
Absolutely not.
Why not? What's wrong? What's wrong with that?
You see, you keep making these Susan and making these Susans, but that was me. I was one of those.
You
can't-
are not one of these. You are more important than all of these.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
And that's why you left me.
I did not leave you.
That's why you abandoned me. Oh, I've heard all about it.
Are we
I've
really
heard
going
how
to
much you
argue
care.
over breakfast right now, Susan?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Can I leave?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
No, Susan, come back. Ah, damn it.
Which one? Which one?
You know which one.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep going.
Shadow Man's gonna ask someone to pass the orange juice. Is all that's happening.
God damn it.
Well, you sure fucked that up, didn't you?
I don't want to hear it. That's... Wow. All right, well, I hope you all will enjoy your food. I will go and chase her down. So, please help yourselves. The Susans are here if you need assistance. You, Susan, on the ground, you can stand up now. She's gone. I will be back shortly. And the professor will zoom off after you.
And I will follow.
All right, give me a stealth check. I will say a bit at disadvantage because it is during the day.
Well,
And it's like right in front of everybody.
Roll again, please. 24.
24. Interesting. All right.
incredible.
Gatekeep.
Gaslight.
Right.
Girl
Girl
boss.
boss.
So Susan, you stomp off, right?
Yeah. I'm probably just gonna go and find some other Susans and see if I could break up a very invigorating conversation with them.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how it'll go.
You can
Yup.
see there are two Susans just kind of waiting over by the door to the main lab.
Okay.
And they're
I'll
just
go up to them.
they're just standing in standby.
Like, aha, so I take it, Susan's, you're both guards here?
They just, hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I see you're guarding. Let me tell you, I was once where you were. I was a guard to this lab too. I know it's hard to believe, but I left. I made something of myself. You know what? I think you could too. Just saying, you might get bored, you might get lonely. Wouldn't you like more people to talk to? Come on, Susans.
Is there anything I can help you with?
I think you should run away. I'd like you to run away. That's what you can help me with. What do you say, Susan? Come on. Just think about it, will you? I know you can. It's somewhere in there. Somewhere you can. But you should do it. Do it.
The Susans kind of look, and they just kind of look a little confused, and they point to is there anything I can help you with?
Nice talking to you. Thank you. Think about what I said, and then I want to just keep going.
Sure. Behind you, you can hear the president. Susan, wait.
I'll stop.
Where are you going?
No, I don't know. Go eat your breakfast.
I don't need breakfast. What? If you were trying to talk to these Susans here, they're not going to be much of a conversation. They're mindless. They're lifeless. They're just golems.
Just like I was?
No. Not now.
No?
Not now, you're not. You were different.
Tell me when I show up to this, by the way. Let me mute the mic.
I'd say you're kind of right behind the professor, so you're kind of like leaning over in a corner, so you can hear all this going down.
Okay.
You were different. You were for the longest time. You were just like them, and now you come back and you're changed, and you're a person now. You're actually somebody, and you're different.
I'm different. I'm different. That's all I hear you saying. But you didn't care before. You don't care about any of these Susans. And it's so funny to me that the moment I leave, the moment I make something of myself, suddenly you care. But you don't give the rest of these Susans the time of day. You don't even try.
That's not fair. I tried.
Professor, I don't think you're one to lecture me on fairness.
Well, you know what? Life isn't fair then. I went on a pirate crew 500 years ago. And I left everything when I went with them on that final journey. I lost my wife. I lost my son. Not to a disease, not to adventuring. I lost them to age. It hits different when your son dies in your hands of old age, and you haven't aged a day past 47. I originally built you as a gift. There was another purpose I can't remember, but you were a gift to Susan. My Susan, and she's gone now. I built Samuel out of her remembrance. The other life golems I were paid. I was paid. after Susan was gone, you were all I had left. And you were unresponsive to everything. You were just like these girls, just standing around waiting for an order. It's just a dog. And now you're different, and you come back, and you look just like her, and you're talking, and you're walking, and it's great, but you're not her. And it sucks. It's terrible. I wish it could be different. So I'm sorry if I'm a little cold right now. Sorry when you left you were a lifeless husk and you come back with emotions now. And I'm sorry I can't replicate it. And I'm sorry I don't know why you are what you are.
You treated me like a dog, a servant for all these years. And you say now that you felt the pain of loss of your wife, of your son. I felt the pain of loss of a father. Yes, I couldn't communicate. Yes, I couldn't. But you still made me. And then you were gone. What was I supposed to do? How was I supposed to feel? Oh, I wasn't supposed to feel at all. Is that it? Come on, the others are probably wondering. Breakfast. Where we went. What we're doing. Just a little Susan errand, huh? Come on, Pops. Let's go back.
If you walk back, the professor is just gonna like stand there for a bit as you walk to the side, and he is going to fine. And he will wheel back.
I hurry up and go back to breakfast.
Sure. You go back to breakfast. You guys kind of see Raphael just kind of slide in real quick. Kind of maybe a little bit of like a 1,000-eye stare, just like, oh fuck. And
I will also sit on the ground. I'll just like kneel or like, yeah, crouch.
After that, the professor will come in. Well then, everyone, isn't it time for breakfast? Please help yourselves. The fruits here on the island are delectable. They're wonderful. Can I get anyone anything? Anything at all? No? Then let's join in for breakfast. What did you say? Come on, no reason to stay silent. It's fine. And it'll just start like gouging into like some sausage and some bread, and we'll just start eating. What is everyone else doing all this? That there's a tension in the air you can cut with a knife right now.
Eating.
Yeah, I guess Granny would just eat. She'll look over at Susan. How's Susan looking?
Susan's probably just like staring at the table.
Okay. Granny won't get much from that, so she'll just go on eating. Fuck, I miss Godiva. Ah, okay.
Alrighty. So with that, after breakfast, everyone gets their full. Well then, now that we're all here, there's something I wanted to discuss. I talked with Raphael last night, and we had a bit of a chat. Wonderful fellow. By the way, I must apologize. I never really got the chance to learn your names.
Also, I told you my name was Scout.
Oh, Scout. Yep. I was talking to Scout here. Never mind. He didn't say Raphael, he said Scout then.
Cool.
What are your names, please?
You can call me Granny.
Granny?
I'm Kazra.
Cosril.
Zengis.
Zengis. Omar. Zerakial.
Frog here.
Of course, I know your pirate friends over there, and then the rest of the allies will introduce themselves. Hi there, men. Name's Todd.
Yeah!
Ah,
Just wondering if you had any more butter here for my eggs.
How do you put butter on your eggs?
Oh, yeah,
he's
man.
fucking Todd.
Yeah, man. You know, butter, we had a lot of it. It wasn't really butter. We get milk once a month over at the amusement park that we get to use however we like, and you know, kind of stick it out in the sun for a bit, and you turn it, like just kind of hold in your hand and shake it a bit, becomes like butter. And then I would steal eggs from the local robin's nests, and I would use those as breakfast.
Oh God, Todd.
Most of my water went to watering my plants.
I wonder he looks like a square.
But anyways. So. I'm a smart man. And if Scout were smart, he'd probably also mention this. And he holds out the necklace. Dragon Keeper, Zengis. What do you know of Tensor's element? It was written in the book. Did you read it?
That part was ripped out.
Was it now?
Yep.
Do you mind if I see the book?
I hand him the book.
And he flips through the pages. That's an interesting section to rip out. Here we are. It's split across multiple pages across each section in this book. Right here, we can see in Southland, it mentions flail snails.
What does it have to do with us?
Wait a moment. Over here, you can see it briefly mentioned under the section about the Lady in Red. Tensious element. As a weakness. A way to stop the Lady in Red.
Yeah, but we don't have any other information about it.
Well, this little necklace and this little vial I'm holding is right now, currently, the only amount of tensious element that exists in all of Eternia.
Well, that seems rather valuable then.
You've heard of Northland, and you may have heard whispers of Eastland, but there's also a fourth land called Westland. Far off in the distance, land with technologies beyond your wildest dreams. As Southlanders, we are forbidden, according to that book there, to learn about anything about Westland. Reason being, technology from there would simply be too much in this part of the realm. I've yet to discern why, but in those lands, there's a beast called the Tarask. That beast is deadly, beyond your wildest imagination. Using its blood, heating up heating it in the fire of a demon, mixing in some miscellaneous ingredients found in the continent of Eastland, you get this. Drinking it, not even drinking it, simply having it touch your skin or your body, it would alter you magically. Any effect that the lady in red had on anybody is gone. So, you don't know something, right? Maybe there's people in your life you've forgotten. And you don't even know it. One drop of this, and you will remember everything about them. Others won't, but you will. If you were to fight the lady in red with Tenser's element, you would be able to kill her instantly. It's the ultimate defense mechanism, and it's a reason I've been able to hold off for so long.
Why haven't you touched it yourself?
I am already immortal. I'm sure Barbosa has told you, but long ago, during our journeys when we were still a pirate crew, we came across an island we deemed Final Island. It's the final island on our map. There we found a fountain. Above that fountain was a strange eye glaring down at us. We each took a sip from the fountain, those of us that were still with us, and from that day on, we became immortal. Which I've learned is not really immortal, it's more our bodies are frozen in time. Any damage we were to acquire onto our body still carries on. Any worldly injury, such as something that would kill us outright, it would, well, still be there. He like parts his hair a little bit, and you can see like an actual this like hole through like the entirety of his head.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fresh as a daisy, that one. If we were ever to be lost at sea, we would wound up on the shores of Final Island again. It's a curse. I don't know of a way to dispel the curse. Our crewmate Huey went off to go and search for one, but somewhere along the way, he kind of went mad. We tried using the curse to revive one of our friends, but she was still lost. And who knows how many countless others have fallen to the Lady in Red.
Who was lost?
I wish I could tell you. I'm a genius, but I'm not immune to the effects of the lady. If I were to drink Tenser's element or use it, I would become too much of a target. Sure, the lady in red wouldn't be able to kill me, but who's not to say this side of the map's guardian wouldn't be able to just, or better worse, just imprison me on whatever is in the center of this realm of continents. Just keep me there forever, spewing and spiraling into the old madness of my eternity.
Land.
So,
Godiva.
right now, this is the only thing keeping her away. Sure, you can take me away. You could. But the second she comes close to me, I just break the vial and it's all over for her. She's dead.
Why are you telling us about this amazing thing that you have? If we wanted it.
I'm telling you because there's someone else that wants it as well. Susan. Samuel and I, we had a falling out. And he went off to go and start development on his own unique nation. He wants this. I don't know for what for, but I do know he's been dealing with dangerous inventions. He's also been dealing with dangerous people. He's last time I checked, he was off discussing deals with different island nations to bring his own clockwork soldiers onto the several islands. I don't know what for. And frankly, I don't know how he's able to mass produce them so fast. And frankly, the thoughts of how he was able to, well, it's not the best. Now, I am unable to use this. And seeing as you all are going off to the Dragon Council, I did some thinking. Clearly, you know of many things, but the Lady in Red has yet to catch you. Especially in such a big group, you should be disappearing left and right, not even knowing it. But you're not. The size of your group, it stands for that. So the Lady in Red right now is occupied with something. I don't know what, but she is. Now, this brings up the second part of my discussion. Have any of you ever seen one of these blueprints laying around?
Yeah, we have 7.
Huh? Excuse me, you have how many?
7.
What? 7?
7. You have 7 of
Seven.
the blueprints.
That could be number 8 too, if you would. Be so kind.
Wow.
Is there something you would like to ask, Professor?
I was going to say, you should be in the lookout for these Dragonator pieces. Because, I mean, they're very powerful, and they...
Uh-huh.
7?
What, like it's hard?
7.
What, like it's hard to find? So easy.
7
Susan,
pieces.
Susan. We were told / discovered them a while back, and Diz told us that they would become useful. So
Diz? Who's
Yeah.
Diz?
Diz,
Comes
I
the boy.
didn't do it, he did!
Who's Diz?
why does that matter? Diz nuts. It was a joke. Haha, got him.
I'm sorry, but I'm Diz. Oh, hello?
Yeah, just him like floating around in the back of the group, not saying his name earlier,
like, oh, yeah.
supposedly. You said all the allies gave their names and introduced themselves, so I assumed that he knew who Diz was.
I completely forgot Diz was with us, to be honest.
Well, right, Diz. You look... Have we met somewhere? You look familiar.
Definitely not. Mm.
I've seen those red bandages before.
Damn, that's crazy. Are you dead?
I'm gonna start spinning a dagger in my hand.
No, I do not believe we met, but yes, we are currently working for an individual or an organization that is currently looking after and looking for the Dragonator pieces. Right now we have 7, thanks to mostly in part to this group right here. And I'm assuming that piece you pulled out, yes, it's a piece of the Dragonator. That would be 8 for you. 7, 8. Like, literally one more and they could make the thing.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Wow.
I mean, what's the point of collecting the blueprints if not to make the damn thing? You know, like
I
thought
suppose.
this was-
Yeah, I suppose. Look, what I was also going to say
You're
is,
so kind and help to the cause. Now I'm gonna start
well,
reading
I was going to say, yeah. Look, I'm partial to. Look, I don't know how to say it.
Fucking spit it out, man.
I am, Susan, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's not what I thought I was gonna say, but okay.
We can discuss it later, but I'm sorry. You are right. I'm willing to help you build a Dragonator if you bring me the pieces. So if you leave the pieces here with me, me and the other Susans can get started on it.
I'm gonna look at Diz to make sure he's. Do we have the pieces right now?
You have them on you. You have 7.
We have them like.
They're just
Saved somewhere?
they're in bag of holdings right now.
Okay. So yeah, I'll look to Diz to make sure he's okay with it.
I guess.
Someone remind me, why were we collecting them in the first place exactly? Other than to like build it, like
Is this out of character?
out of character. Yeah.
Diz was recognizing doing it because the Legion was also trying to build it. So the idea is that we're trying to build it to stop them, and because this was the thing that paused the war, which I'm guessing is kind of how the professor referenced bringing peace. Everyone stopped the battle because they wanted to build this thing because it can like kill a dragon in one hit.
Well then, we will leave the blueprint pieces with you.
Will it be safe here? How do we know that no one's gonna just break in and take them? The Legion has been quite after these things, right?
I don't know anything about a Legion.
I love how Granny is saying all this.
I don't know anything about a Legion.
Sorry.
But
Rip.
that is my side of the bargain.
You guys think it's gonna be safe here?
I mean, it's guarded by a bunch of like rock people, so
That is true. There are lots of Susans.
and he has like
Me-
cameras
I-
everywhere, so I would assume
No.
he can.
So,
No
like, okay,
offense.
hear me out. Hear me out. Like, if we have them, it's not gonna get built. But then no one can build it. If he has them, this weapon is gonna get built. Maybe we can use it, but also someone else could maybe steal it.
No one knows it's here.
Do we know how long it would take to build? Like, it could be like, hey, we found the pieces, like, let's come back.
I mean, we're
Or
still
is it
missing
like-
pieces.
Yeah.
Well, you can start making all the pieces separately right now.
Could we give him, like, some of them?
We don't have all of them anyway.
No, I know. But, like, if something bad were to happen, it would be, like, less.
I get you, like, save a few pieces that would be essential just in case. Like,
Just in
something
case
goes
somebody
wrong,
were to
something
break in
goes
and, like, take all of his shit, and it's like, oh, nice. Then it wouldn't be like, then we're not down all
Okay.
7 or 8 pieces.
I feel like you're assuming we have a lot of time,
Oh, yeah, true.
and I don't think we do.
Well, if we look at the
Fair
calendar,
point.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
look at the
Wait,
calendar.
are we trying to bring it to Dragon Council?
I didn't think we needed it.
I didn't think we needed a dragon.
It's a weapon for dragons at a council of dragons. Where, need I remind you, they're gonna tell me, hey, release this dragon or I'll kill your friend.
I
Dragon
Yeah,
Council is in 35 days.
But aren't we gonna try to diplomacy Dragon Council?
Would you like to diplomacy with the chance of failing and everyone dying, or would you like the chance of diplomacy with a trouble back pocket that kills people?
Okay, I mean, you got a good point. I'll give you that, but I'm very uncomfortable.
To Jesse's point, I was gonna say this in character. I was gonna be like, no offense, Professor, but I was able to steal the keys for your experiment room and
Right?
follow you all the way to your room.
You're literally a ninja.
Well, to be fair,
No one else in this world.
That is
isn't.
post us getting past the cameras.
to be fair, that is post you being allowed inside my lab.
Alright, so you can't let anyone else in.
I mean,
No
either
more
the
visitors. I'm sorry.
I don't care if you've got fucking Uber Eats. They're not coming inside.
either the
Hashtag only
look,
Susan.
either the dinosaurs outside will eat whoever comes, or it'll be the Susans that get them. And,
I'm all for leaving the blueprints here so the professor can start building it.
and if it makes you feel more comfortable, who here is trustworthy with magic?
With magic.
What do you mean?
I have down in my laboratory a project I've been working on. I call it the Helm of Teleportation.
Ah, I sent you that one.
I know. I was looking at it. I was debating
I know, right?
taking
It's pretty
it.
cool. Actually, do you just have a teleportation circle here?
No, I do not.
Oh. Well then.
I am not a I'm not a wizard.
Yes. I would say most of our party is quite trustworthy.
Not giving shit to Omar.
Except Omar, yes.
No.
Well,
I will back
I'll
any
hand it out.
magic user.
Whoever would like to hold on to it for now is more than welcome to.
Are you
You're
talking
the
about the
one with
helm of
captains.
teleportation?
Yes.
I'll put it in my bag holding.
Simply attuned to that. Here is a rock. You will need it. You need a rock from the place that you are teleporting to. So that way it works. Collects rocks along the way. You'll be able to teleport.
Any materials, really.
But with that, you'll be able to teleport back here anytime.
Do I have to be wearing the helmet to teleport? Or
Yes.
to be sorry, do I have to be wearing the helmet to be attuned to it?
Yes.
I'm not taking off Eddie.
And give the hat to someone else. Also, only you, the person who's wearing the helmet, can teleport. So maybe we should give it to Susan, because it should magically grow to fit her, and then she's the one who can teleport back and forth to her dad's lab. Just saying.
That's fair.
Yes, because she wants to interact more with her father.
I mean, she's the one with at least understanding of what's going on behind the scenes. And she can also carry the Dragonator, because who else is going to be strong enough to fucking lift the thing on the way back?
Callie!
We give the helmet
You
to
know.
Yes, that will be one of the there you go. So there, does that patch things over a bit, Susan?
I appreciate your help, and I guess that is a good start.
I'm willing to get you whatever you need to make you feel better.
Thank you.
Question mark.
Well then, I believe that is everything I wanted to discuss. Oh. I'll tell it to you privately.
Susan asking about Jerry's skull.
Oh, another thing, Professor. We ran into a good friend of yours, apparently.
Yes.
Named Jerry Skull, ring a bell?
Jerry? I don't know a Jerry.
Does he have another name?
Or did he just forget?
He's
it has
a
been like 500 years.
interesting man. He
No, like, forget.
Yeah. His memory not so
Like,
good.
Lady in Red forget. Like, Perma forget.
Well,
Then Jerry would be
he's not
gone.
Jerry would be gone.
Is he human, though? Or is he just, like, turned into something else?
So it's like when the radiant red takes you, right? That's when you like blip from existence, right?
Yes.
So since we all met him,
Since you remember Jerry Skull also, that would be...
since we remember him, we know that he wasn't taken, which means, yeah.
Okay.
Unlike how we can't remember Ace. Or Base.
I don't remember a Jerry.
Do you
He's
remember
a-
a skull?
The captain will come over to
Whisper
the
his real name.
to the professor and be like, "Fucking
yes.
really? Holy shit! Jesus Christ! I knew you were off the deep end. I didn't expect. Okay.
Captain, you want to say it louder for the people in the back?
Yeah, I didn't hear you up here.
It's on a need-to-know basis.
I need to know.
Captain, I need to know. Oh.
Professor, he's awfully curious about you and your work here.
That is yes. Did he mention my lab at all?
You know, I don't
I-
recall. You know,
He was-
it's weird.
It's funny, he was actually the one who tipped me off that you weren't dead. Isn't that the funniest thing? He pried at me for information about you, about Project Geodon. He was awfully curious.
Why is he? Oh my gosh! That caught me off by surprise. I do know. I wouldn't worry. I'm sure he's too mad to remember. So. Anyways. I'm sorry, I can't help you all with that.
So are we taking the necklace or no?
So, right.
Professor,
Yes.
after you left last night, I went and looked at the Susan that you were helping to heal up on that table, and she had all sorts of wounds. How did she get so injured?
Oh, yes. We have a bit of a dragon infestation here on the island.
Dragon? Dragon
We've run into quite a
infestation?
few encounters with dragons lately. What sort of dragons?
You ever... Well, his name is Balthazar.
Oh, fuck.
And, he's kind of an undead dragon lich right now, taking over the dinosaurs and trying to rally an army against me and my Susans. It's no big deal, really.
Can you use some help on clearing this Balthazar out?
It's no... I would be very appreciative.
I mean, we do have a dragon keeper. Whatever the fuck that means.
Why don't we make the Dragonator and then just shoot the fucker?
Well, if you make the Dragonator, there's some rules to it. Scale does matter, so the bigger the scale, the bigger the damage. Make it too big though, and you don't have the right components to cool it down, and the whole thing does kind of go like a
Okay,
buoy.
so just make the right things to cool it down, and it'll be fine.
I can't make them. I have to find them.
What are they?
What are they?
Trodium.
Bless you.
It is a natural component that grows in the mountains and it grows deep in the ground. It's a magic stone. It essentially
We found
cools
some.
things off.
Yes. I think we've encountered some, yes.
You get me 5 pounds of trodium, I can make you one. I can make you a Dragonator as big as a boat.
Is that big
Holy
enough?
shit.
Do you think that's big enough?
Yes. I think that's
Yeah,
great.
it is.
Yes. A++. Boat big. Boat.
By the way, I do have some questions of my own.
Damn, that's crazy. All right, anyway.
I would like to exchange information.
Damn, that's crazy.
Whoa.
Anyway.
What do you know of the moon?
What moon?
She was a bitch.
She.
The moon goddess, yes.
She's missing an eye.
Well, okay. Why
I
don't
don't
we? Why
think
don't we
she's very
start?
happy with it.
I'd like
I have
to.
a moon sword.
I'd like to regale this information one at a time, please. Starting with
I
the
got it.
moon is a girl.
I have her eye.
You have her eye?
Oh, we have the eye of Saren, right?
I.
You're the god's eye.
Okay,
We took
one
it from
at a
her.
one at a time.
Sword.
Sorry, I thought we were all just saying something crazy.
I've got a job to it.
Crazy, dude.
One at. Okay. So the moon is a girl and it's a goddess.
Well, there's a goddess of the
Lamios.
moon.
Lamios.
The goddess.
Yes.
Lamios.
The goddess
Llama.
Lamios. I read about her in the book.
We met her.
Oh,
We almost killed her.
did you?
She took the moon.
Where she took the moon.
She took the moon. Is that explaining the clouds then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's using it to try to power up and kill some Aeon fellow. The
Well,
party
she was
with.
hiding the Eye of Saren Ray for some time too.
Eye of
She
Saren
was
Ray.
wearing it herself.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Eye of Saren Ray.
Where is his eye?
Right here.
I
hate-
reach
I
my
hold it-
pocket and like flip it up and catch it.
I hold it by the little dangly piece at the end.
You ever just hate us?
The optical nerve.
Was it Zengis that had the eye? I thought it was Shadow Man that had it.
Oh,
it's
maybe
Shadow Man.
maybe Shadow has
Because
it.
he wished for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just pull out my pocket,
wished
I like
for it.
flick it up and I catch it. Just like,
Give it a little like squish
well, I'll,
squish.
like give it a little rub just to clean it off. Some of the
Like-
lint.
That's incredible. So this is the eye of a goddess. Then.
Yes, correct. That a different goddess had, and then we wished for, and we stole it from them.
And this Aeon wants this eye?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't tell him that.
No.
Did we tell him
Who
that?
wants the eye?
No, when
I'm pretty sure everybody.
We want the eye.
Everyone does.
we wanted the eye, Kazriel wished for something to defeat this Aeon, and the eye appeared. So
That's
obviously we want it.
incredible. Kazriel, would you mind following me back to my lab?
Sure.
Spicy lab time.
Dope
I'm on.
time.
Quality time with Papa.
Oh my god, we're each gonna have a Papa one-on-one.
Follow me,
don't
follow
want-
me, please, please, please.
I'll just like put the eye back in my pocket.
Bye!
Walk along.
Meanwhile, the rest of us go to a hot spring.
And as soon as
Yeah.
they leave the room and go through the door, I start to follow.
I will turn to Zengis and be like, Balthazar. Should we be killing him?
Interesting, Zengis.
What?
Ben's not listening at all.
Sorry, I was zoned out.
I know. I talked to you in character and you ignored me, but it's fine.
Well, do you want to say it again?
Balthazar. Should we be doing anything about this? I mean, Dragon Keeper, like,
Do
should we
I?
be helping?
DM, do I?
Do you know anything about Balthazar? No.
Anything about that type of dragon specifically?
No.
Okay.
You've never
What?
heard of
He
an
doesn't know everything about Dracoliches?
Unfortunate.
Bless you.
the dragon that became a lich.
Yeah, I got that.
So
He's
back.
now turning all the dinosaurs to be his homies.
Yes, the crazy professor in the lab is protecting his home from a dinosaur invasion caused by a Draco Lich.
Beautiful. Yeah, I kind of feel like we should do something about that, guys.
You think so?
Sounds like a normal
I
beach
guess.
episode to me.
Fucking love beach episodes, dude. Who said beach episodes don't have plot?
So back at the lab.
I followed stealthily.
Roll me a self check, please.
29.
Yeah, you're
Ooh.
good, boss. Right this way. Right this way. Now let's see here. And he starts like flipping through the pages of the book Zengis gave him.
Zengis never got the book back.
No, that's fine.
He's like, yoink.
Right here. Ah, blast, it's in the pages that I ripped out.
What do I know?
Oh, that's the book that we were never allowed to look into.
Yes,
Pretty interesting.
it's a book that's full of knowledge. Right here in the introduction to this book, it tells you a bunch of information about the realm. Very coded and was fairy tale-like stories. As if the author of the book didn't want anyone who read it to really know the full details. But, from what I recall, a heart, an arm, a leg, and an eye. Can I get a closer look at that eye, please?
Is this information in the pages I ripped out or separate pages that were ripped out?
That was in the pages you ripped out.
Okay.
Could I please see the eye?
As long as you promise not to do anything crazy with it, and I'll pull the eye out and just put it on the table.
He picks it up and like he on his goggles he has like various magnifying glasses and he like and he looks at him. This is incredible. It's otherworldly. It truly is godlike. But there's something off about it. Right here in the iris. You said it was called the Eye of Sarenrae?
I believe so.
Now, I'm not too familiar with my religious dichotomy, but I do believe the figurehead of the Church of Sarenrae herself, she's a humanoid goddess, correct?
Would I know this?
Roll a religion check.
Alright.
Fuck, is it like Dragonoid?
Cernray's pretty popular, so you gotta roll pretty fucking garbage to not know this.
25.
Zerakial. Where's our armor?
So yeah,
now?
you know about the Church of Sarenrae and all that stuff.
Okay.
So, and the real question is, the eye seems to be dragonoid of some kind.
Ah!
Now, what exactly would this eye be used for?
That is something I would like to test.
Oh no.
Well, I would like to be right there for that testing as well.
Yes. I can assure you this lab is completely safe. The only main issue right now is Balthazar. But I'm sure once he's out of the picture, no one's going to dare come on this island. Anybody that does come on, whether it be a Navy Armada, or it be a legion of Northland soldiers, or pirates from or whatever pirates are popular these days, it's safe. This is a big request, but would you mind? And he like presses a button and like a little pedestal comes up. And he like places the eye on the little pedestal, and you see like this weird machine kind of come down from the ceiling and start like doing like a little like laser scan of the eye itself. Would you mind letting me study it for a bit?
Yeah, sure. Don't tell anyone else I'm letting you hold on to it, though.
Right. Here, and he like wheels over to the computer and like starts clicking on the keys. And you see like you see like you see this weird machine just like start going around really fast, and
What
it makes
is that?
and it he 3D prints off a replica of the eye.
What the? Oh! You've got a duplicate.
They're just like,
take it
what
with
the
you.
fuck is this?
Here, to fool your friends.
No, don't we need to paint it? Or the paints? Or the miniature paint?
Is it painted or is it just like?
It's
a very
not
advanced
painted. If
art.
you want to paint it yourself. Prestidigitation, I'm sure you know the spell could make it look just like the real thing.
Well, I've done my
Why
fair
do we
share of
bother
trickery,
printing
so
it then?
I'll
We
find
could
a
just
way.
prestidigitation something else.
Because
What's the point of printing it?
it's a physical object.
Because then they touch it and it's an actual thing.
Okay.
Oh, this eye is really hard.
Squish.
I don't think anyone is squeezing this like god eye anytime soon.
DM, what happens if I squish the god
Oh my
eye?
god. Oh fuck.
Oh.
No. I really want Omar to steal it now.
That'd be funny.
What the fuck is
Let's
this?
Just
not
bait
tell
him.
him.
Die.
Bait
Let's
him
not
into
tell him
stealing
that
it.
Colley accidentally leaves it out.
Yeah.
And then Nate cuts out his own eye and puts it in, and we're like, ha ha.
Just a piece of plastic in his head.
He should have just given me a painted rock, and that would be the eye.
There you go. Do you like this? It's a top-of-line model back on Westland when I was there.
Damn.
This technology is quite interesting. You might have to give me some lessons sometime.
Absolutely. I'm all for sharing knowledge.
Quite refreshing.
Yes.
Absolutely in red.
Most people like to say knowledge is a double-edged sword. No. Knowledge is a gift. It's meant to be shared. My knowledge is your knowledge. That goes for everyone. Now the question really is, if this truly is the eye from the picture I remember, where's the rest of them? And are they also of Sarenrae, or are they of other beings? Oh, so many questions. Oh, I haven't felt this invigorated in years. First the Dragonator pieces, and now this?
Also, Susan. Like,
This
way
is-
to just forget about that.
This is exciting!
Piece of shit.
This is exciting. Well then, let's head back to the others. And he'll wheel off out of the door. He'll burst right past you, Raphael. He does not, he's like, yeah! I have so many theories!
If I see Raphael, I'll just wave at him. I'll just give him the bro nod, like, what's up?
Anyways, he'll head back to the room. Well then. So, very interesting. I must thank Azrael for letting me examine the eye. I'm done examining the eye, and it's perfectly fine. Anyways, Balthazar, would you all be willing to help me out with that?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Did he just tell us that the thing that he wasn't supposed to tell us?
No, he said the eye is fine.
He said the
He
eye is
dropped it.
fine.
He basically
for
said,
letting
I
me-
looked at the eye and I gave it back. But
Oh,
He
okay,
lied.
yeah. The thing
Trying
that
not
we're
to
not
be
supposed to
consistent.
know is that he kept it.
yeah.
Okay,
Insight
gotcha.
check. Can
Gotcha.
I insight him?
Quit
If you
it with
tell
the metagaming. This is good. This is not good
I'm
metagaming. Fuck
joking.
off.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I mean, I do find it kind of suspicious
You were there.
that
Us.
he comes back and he's like, "Yes, the eye. Thank you. It's definitely the same. Here you go."
What?
I just like the anticlimactic, like, can I have this god eye for a while? And it's like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah, that's fine. Sounds
This
good.
is like, yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
man, no problem.
Hey man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, next time I get a luck blade, I'll just wish for another one, you know?
Hardly just
It's
wants to put
fine.
it in Todd's eye. Just give Todd the god eye.
Oh my god.
Point them in. It's Todd. Right then. So Balthazar, you all are good for helping me out with killing him? Excellent. We'll prepare in the morning. And then after that, after we get rid of Balthazar, you all are more than welcome to stay here at the laboratory until Dragon Council. Unless there's anything else you desire to do, I am more than happy to fish out some of my resources to help you out.
Cool.
So stay here, relax, train if you so wish. Also, I do have this, by the way. There is a train I recently built up to the top of the mountain.
A what?
Bless you.
Ooh.
I know you just said we could train,
you
but
were
now what are you
training?
talking about?
Oh,
Training on the
I'm
mountain?
sorry, I'm sorry. No, I was into Westland. The big metal snake that you rode in, it's called a train.
Train for what?
Seems like-
Stands for transportation.
why is it train? Shouldn't it be tran?
Transportation.
Transportation. What a dumb word.
What would you rather? What would you call it?
a tran. I just said that.
A giant metal
Maybe,
moving
maybe a
Automobile.
Automobile.
Automatic.
I'd call it vroom vroom.
Mobile.
I call it Uber.
I like that. The automobile.
Right?
And this is how the professor started the automobile industry.
The professor is
He is
Actually
Henry
Ford
Ford.
Henry. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh my god, assembly line of Susans.
Oh no!
Oh.
Assembly line of Susan making other Susans.
Oh my god.
Once one is done,
Oh,
they just
Lord.
join the assembly line.
This truly is hell.
Oh god.
Right
I
then,
don't
we'll
think
call
you're
it the
anymore.
We'll call it the automobile.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a train. Nice.
So, get in the automobile, and it'll take you all the way up the mountain. I recently discovered a nice, relaxing hot spring.
Oh. Bath time.
If you guys so wish, please go help yourselves. It's been a while since I've had company.
Are you coming into the hot spring with us?
I have some things I'd like to take care of in my lab first. I'd like to
What
look
happened
over.
to spending time with company?
I'd like to look over my Dragonator pieces.
Yeah, it's only been a few
Your
hundred
Dragonator
years.
pieces.
Well, I made the damn things.
Not yet, you haven't.
I made the
No,
blueprints.
He invented it.
Wait, what? How'd you lose them?
He hid them.
I hid them around.
Not very well.
Yeah.
Look,
clearly,
after the war-
literally, super easy to find.
After the
not
War
gonna
of Chasms, I didn't want to give them to anybody.
didn't wanna
where's the
keep
last
'em?
piece then? You remember where they are, right?
lie. We
I-
tell him where we found all of the other ones. Now tell us where the last one is.
Oh, I wouldn't know. That would be Godiva.
Well, I don't know where the other two are. I do remember I put one on the island we called Crystallis.
Oh, we got that one.
Yeah, that was like the first one we got, bro.
Oh. I have no idea then. It possibly been
You suck at this.
They've possibly been traded around between governments for years.
I'm gonna trade your fucking brains around between my fists in a second.
You
here.
look like you could use a hot spring, friend.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He immediately rages and turns himself into a hot spring.
I boil the water myself.
Yes, I would like to go to the lab, look everything over, and yes. And
Certainly
then
not go investigate that eye more.
in the morning we shall look over the Draconited piece some more. What do you say? Draconited pieces some more, and then Balthazar. Alrighty. Oh, and Susan, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to speak with you privately for a second.
Woo.
One last time, I'm gonna look around at the other Susans in the room and be like, "Oh, me. Yes. Sure."
21.
Or
Is there anything that you would? What are you doing?
I'm stealthing.
Fucking Raphael.
I know everyone's business.
No privacy.
So,
Really, I was solo for a month. I don't know what the fuck happened for a month. I need to know everything.
Yes.
so the other Susans, they will take you to the automobile, and they will bring you up to the train. I'm sure if there are any accessories or clothing that might need, the Susans would be more than welcome to take care of that for you.
who wears clothing in the bath? That seems weird. Your clothes
Do
would
you
get
want
wet.
to see me naked?
But little do you know, Zengis bathes naked.
I will take a suit. I'm 75. I will take a suit.
So, you all walk off with the Susans. Susan and the professor left behind. So, Susan, I know we had a little bit of a fight earlier, but look, your friends are very nice. I'm being nice to your friends. I'm sorry. Does this all help? Do you forgive me now?
This guy's a piece of shit. I swear to God.
Forgiveness is a strong word, Professor. I don't think I'm personally ready to put everything and forget about the years of not knowing, the years of feeling abandoned, the hurt after I found out you weren't dead.
Well, why would you think I'd die?
Why else would you leave me? I did a good job.
Susan,
here.
good businesswoman.
You did a good. You're right. You did a good job. But at the time, like I was trying to explain to you, you were more or less a failed experiment. You didn't have the personality. You weren't talking. You didn't show any personality. If you were thinking it, then I'm sorry. You were trapped in a space in a form of being where you couldn't express them. But now you are. I don't know what caused it, whether it be emotional or whether it be a significant change in whatever's going on, or if it was just time. Samuel, I created after you, and he was an astounding success. I tried with you plenty of times. You can't say that I didn't. There are plenty of times I remember tried running experience on you. Trying to get you to talk and feel. Especially
Not sorry at all.
especially after the loss of my Susan. Obviously it worked for something.
Yes, I worked for something, I guess.
That's
Now-
right.
Yeah, now tell me. The original Susan, I was a gift for her.
Yes, you were.
What what was my purpose? What was the reasoning? Why?
I gave you as a gift to my beloved, a tribute to her. I remember she loved it. She loved you. I'm sure you don't remember. 500 years is a lot for anyone to remember. I remember how she used to stand you up in our small garden, and she would have you do different poses as she would go about her gardening for the day. As to your original purpose, I cannot remember. Like I said, I don't remember how you were made. I've tried recreating you, as you can see, but I don't know how.
Can I cite that?
Yes. I've tried. Hundreds of times.
I can see that.
20.
He's telling the truth. He has no idea how Susan was made. The only logical...
like her original purpose?
Her original purpose, or even just like how she was made. He forgets the entire process of making her.
Okay.
And I obviously must have created it with someone that was taken away from the Lady in Red. And I'd love to remember that person, but like I said, if I used Tensor's element, I would become too much of a target. Most likely being locked up in a Dragon Council. Being an unkillable, forever living being of knowledge.
Knowledge.
Is there not anyone else who would know, who might remember?
The only way to figure out is to put Tensor's element on someone. Obviously, me, Captain, and Barbosa are too dangerous. We would be immediately sought after. Eternals that are unaffected by the whims of all the four ladies would essentially be demigods of the plane at that point.
I'm not immortal, am I? Just checking, because I don't know a lot of things about myself.
I honestly have no idea. And that's coming from the honest answer. I have no idea. I have no idea if you are running off of magic, or if you have a soul, or what's happening. Honestly, you could wake up tomorrow just a statue. I have no idea.
Well, that's comforting.
I'm sorry, but that's the honest truth. Would you rather have me lie to you? Say that, oh yes, you're going to live forever, or you're going to live to be 1505.
No, but you understand my frustration.
I can understand why you feel frustrated, yes. But what matters is, if we want to learn your original purpose, we would need to find a worthy candidate to put Tensor's element on. And even then, it would have to be very worthy. There's only a couple drops of this stuff. Once one drop is used on something that's a worthy candidate, the rest is useless. Then it's back to trying to wait another 500 years for the Zerakial that we beheaded to grow back.
And the Tarask, did you face that with Samuel? Is that...
No, I made sure to take care of the Tarask myself. I hired some mercenaries from Westland to help take care of that.
That's us, baby. We're those mercenaries.
And, you mentioned Samuel and you had your falling out.
Yes.
And you don't know where he is now?
We had a falling out over Tensor's element. I don't
Why?
know.
Excuse me.
Why did he want it?
So, when me and Samuel were traveling around after we,
Left.
we both,
Yes.
yes, we both discovered Tensor's element. My mind immediately went to, finally, I can learn the purpose of Susan. I can learn the purpose of you. I can regain all the things that I've possibly forgotten, all the knowledge I've possibly forgotten. He, on the other hand, saw it as a means of creation. Samuel was never satisfied with the way that his body worked. Being a pure mechanical, he's forever upgrading himself. He saw Tensor's element as the perfect upgrade. He figured if he could create the perfect body and infuse it with Tensor's element, he'd be unstoppable. He'd be perfection, the ultimate being, in a sense. But in order to go over and reclaim the items, it's a very difficult process. I, luckily, had an in. I met a man long ago from Westland. He was a wizard, and after some back and forth, he was able to teleport back to Westland, and he brought me with. I went without Samuel. And when I came back, he was furious. To be frank, he was gone. I learned later on that he started his own tiny colony off of a basic sandbar, building it up from scratch, making its own mechanical clockwork empire. Last I heard, he was selling off his mechanical soldiers to go do God knows what.
Yeah, I've actually, our group has had the pleasure of encountering them.
Really?
He's done some fine work. Oh, also, speaking of clockwork things, I also have the right head of his clockwork dragon.
His eyes, the professor's eyes kind of widen. Oh.
Do you know anything more about that?
I can
have any other pieces?
I can make some guesses. No, I do not have any other pieces. I can make some guesses. Early on, Samuel had a knack for creating others like him. I gifted him with life, and he was able to spread that life onto his other mechanical creations. Obviously, he's doing something very bad with that.
You don't say.
Look, if you come across him, it'd be best for everyone if you were to stop him. If he were to get his hands on some kind of ability that allows him to create more of a Tarask, right?
Like a luck blade?
Or an item that will allow him to bring him some of the items needed for Tensor's element, he could be disastrous.
Mm-hmm.
If I were a betting man, I would say he would be most likely wanting to try and take out maybe the Dragon Council. But that's just me. I don't know. And I don't know where he's at on his pieces to make that happen.
Do you know any way to... If I were to run into him... You created him after all. Is there any way to stop him? If he keeps upgrading and upgrading, and it's been however many years...
If he were to keep upgrading, I would not know. I would say right now the original blueprints and designs that I have for him are null and void. The only thing he would have to keep constant would be his inner mechanism, the spark, I called it. But I imagine wherever that is, it's highly encased in some kind of protection. But you get rid of the spark, you get rid of everything and everything he's ever created. That's all I know. I wish I could tell you more. I wish I could share more knowledge with you, but I can't.
You mentioned your small amount of Tensor's element and worthy candidates. What do you look for in a worthy candidate? Somebody who already knows these things? Somebody What makes someone worthy to you, Professor?
Someone who has traveled. I would think someone who has been around for a long time is worthy of Tensor's element. But also someone who has adventured and experienced. I have yet to meet someone that is like that. But whoever I use Tensor's element on, I would want to make sure that there's a more likelihood, a better chance that they are connected to individuals that have possibly disappeared.
Understandable.
Best case scenario is if I could find a clone of somebody who has disappeared before.
Interesting. A clone or maybe a half?
If I were to find someone like that, then they would have worthy enough knowledge to possibly spread. And a person like that was most likely also well known by other scholars. Or people that have knowledge as well. But I've yet to meet someone like that. I'm sorry, that's all I know.
Well, thank you for sharing that knowledge.
You're most quite welcome, Susan.
And one last thing.
Yes.
This is a little embarrassing for me to talk about, but I've seemed to have stumbled on a little problem.
Yes.
For myself, specifically surrounding a drink, a wine.
Wine.
And I don't know how that affects me as whatever I am. But
well, I'd be more than welcome to give you an examination in a lab. If that, of course, is what you want.
I suppose I could oblige, but you won't take me completely apart, will you? I feel like I've been living while I've been out, while I've been with these people, and I don't want to go back.
Susan,
so
you are too important to do that. If I were to take you together, if I were to take you apart, I don't know if I could put you back together. So no worries on that front. It'll just be a simple examination. You mentioned food and substances, which is weird because all of them don't need to eat at all. You're golems, essentially.
It's just, yeah, I don't eat, I don't drink, I don't sleep, but this wine, I can't help myself, and it's,
well, that's
if I
most
don't
peculiar.
have it, if I don't have it, I lose control, and it's
well,
almost like I'm back to being a puppet. Just,
well, that's most peculiar.
I figured if anyone knew.
Well, why don't you relax tonight, and then in the morning, we'll have another examination. Go off with your friends to the hot springs, Susan. You've earned a break. Not a literal break. You don't break in the hot spring, but you know what I mean.
Oh, thank you.
It's good to have you back, Susan.
I will nod.
Alrighty.
Go to the hot spring. Hot spring.
Alrighty, and I think that is where we're going to end off session for tonight.
No hot spring! I want to go through it!
We'll continue back with the beginning of the hot springs tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay.
Matthew.
We better.
No.
But hey, you know what time it is?
Unga bunga voting time.
Not hot spring time, apparently.
It's a voting time.
Ooh, hot spring.
Now, we did have a couple of people that were missing. So
So they don't get votes. Easy.
So people that were missing don't get votes. Simple as that. Easy peasy. But everyone else gets 1 point. Mark it down on your map.
No vote until hot spring.
And then please send me your votes. Send me your votes. For everyone watching, the vote system is our own custom-made XP system. It's simple. 5 points level 5, 6 points level 6. And it keeps going up and up and up all the way to 20. Actually, it's going to max out at 12. But yeah. And so I give everyone 1 point, and then you all are voting on another point, telling me anonymously, and then I will give out my own personal DM point to a person of my choosing. So I see 4 right now. We need a 5th. Thank you. Let's go down the line. So for the first point, Raphael for being sneaky AF and great RP. And also for following the professor into his room because he just wanted to say hi.
Friendly.
Friend.
Our second one, Susan for the RP with Dad.
Daddy? Sorry.
Stop.
Daddy? Sorry. Daddy?
Daddy?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Daddy?
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Susan for sure. She did so good with all the RP.
Wow.
Daddy? Sorry.
Susan for sassy attitude. And finally, 1 for Susan for the sassiness.
Wow.
So Susan, you are the victor of
Oh
our
my
point tonight.
God. A point for
For
me?
sure.
Thank you.
And while I'm torn right now, I'd like to give it to Shadow Man for just nonchalantly handing over the eye of Sarenrae to the professor. But also, I do think one of the best moments, I just wanted to say hi.
I just wanted to say hi.
So it's a toss-up, and I'm gonna roll for it on roll 20.
Give them both points.
Yeah.
Give them both points.
Yeah.
Give them both points. Come on.
You're God.
Well, how close are you guys to a level up right now?
Not.
Pretty far. I'm at 4 trying to get to 12.
Tim, where are you at?
Including tonight's point, I'm 2 into 12. Like towards 13.
Okay.
Well, early parts of 12.
Oh man.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to. I'll give it to both of you.
Yeah.
Twist
I
my
think-
arm.
Wait. While we're twisting,
Oh no.
it is the 50th episode. So you know what? I think that should be an extra point all around.
Everybody gets a point.
50th episode. You don't hit 50 every day. That's such a big number.
You
That is
literally hit
such a
50
big-
once, but okay.
Yeah, only one time. Unless
Yeah,
you're.
if
Yeah.
50's a champagne number, you gotta say.
It is. And I think everyone deserves an extra point.
It's a good argument.
Come on, Matthew. Come on. Why is it special? Why is this a special episode? What have you done besides put it in the name?
All right, fine. Only because it's a 50th episode, everyone gets an extra point.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So there we go. But anyways, that is all we have for tonight for D&D. Check us out next Friday. We're going to continue leveling up our setup. You notice throughout the stream, we had a new multi-cam setup right now with everyone kind of split out a bit. So we're going to try to continue that, make everything look nicer and better for y'all. And I can't wait to see what comes out of this in the future.
I would also like to celebrate the fact that I have 50k homie points right now. I just hit that milestone tonight. I have not spent them. Don't know what I'm doing, but I have a lot.
Holding out. Just start banning words like every session.
Problem is, anytime someone bans a word, Matt doesn't do it at all.
No, he doesn't.
How much does it cost to ban a word again?
He doesn't do it though.
Not
It doesn't
enough.
count. Wasting your points.
You're not allowed
Naughty.
to say the word the.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for watching
roll.
tonight's episode. We'll be back next week. We hope to see you all again. And as always, bye stream.
Bye,
Thanks,
stream.
I choose the next piece of art 50 times, and it's all Susan fan art. That's
Understandable.